So if we're live, introduction. What's up, my bros? It's your boy ChuKROs here, aka one of the main hosts of Bugz2Men, here with the first in our series of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month interviews with Phi Vuong, also known as philinghungry on Twitter. He is an awesome photographer, and I'm really glad he was willing to get onto this. Phi, do you have any words to say for our guys that are going to be watching this when I put this up on Twitter?
Thanks, Reggie. I guess thank you for having me be interviewed. I guess. Yeah, sorry. It's been a while since I've been like in environment like this, but yeah. Thank you for doing this in the first place. It's a really great thing to do, I guess, especially in the month of May.
Yeah. I mean, in our community, we have this is not going to be a show where we're gonna these minisodes. I'm not gonna, obviously with all the recent Asian American attacks and the discrimination that a lot of Asian American Pacific Islanders face. I wanted to try to do these episodes, kind of highlight the community and also show hey, you guys have these negative things about us, but here's some positive things that we do. I mean, a lot of us. I know a lot of us are within the Toku community, and I keep seeing day to day about people kind of still even in the Toku community, a community that's supposed to love the stuff that comes from the various cultures, they still discriminate against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. So
right.
It just doesn't sit right with me, man. But I'm really glad that, like I said, I'm glad you wanted to come on here.
Absolutely.
You're literally the only person who's actually reached out, so I'm wondering if I should start reaching out. But yeah, so obviously this is a simple interview, guys. That are going to be watching this. We're just trying to get to know people essentially. Phi, I've seen, of course, like I mentioned, I've seen your photos everywhere, and honestly, that's later down in the interview list. I mean, we talked about this before we started, but pretty much, Phi, give a little introduction to yourself. How did you get into Toku in the first place?
So I think a lot of, especially Asian Americans. I grew up with Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, VR Troopers, American Tokusatsu, I guess, or adapted Tokusatsu. Yeah. And I think I found out about Sentai whenever I was going through early YouTube, and I found Super Sentai World. I was like, whoa. I was like, who are these other guys? And then also just going to Asian markets and seeing a bunch of bootlegs. And seeing
bootlegs,
Die Ranger figures. I was like, who are these? Never seen them.
I talk about the ones that are on those long cardboard with the plastic, and then it has different pictures of different characters that don't even
Justice people on the box. Yeah, but like a lot of other people born in America, definitely Power Rangers was the gateway, and then whenever I got more access to the internet, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider just kind of followed.
Yeah. What age would you say that when you found out about the stuff on YouTube?
I think I was in 5th or 6th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was in 2000. That was 2005, 6, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're roughly in the same age bracket then.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely, like I said, early YouTube.
Yeah, early YouTube definitely helped. I mean, for me though, when it came to viewing that stuff on YouTube, I didn't actually actively look for it until after I had left Japan. So I was it was just in the middle of Deno. I'm like, I want to see more of it, and then this place has it, and there was all the TV Nihon subs. And
yeah, I don't know if you remember, but I think it was called Japan. It was an old forum. It was like Japan Hero Access or something like that. And they had
that sounds familiar.
They had a gallery full of scans for each Tokusatsu in each season. I was finding out about, I think at that time was let's see, Dino Thunder, and then I saw pictures of Deca Ranger. I was like, who? I was super mind blowing. I was like, who's this? And I was like, yeah.
Cool, man. And then obviously, I mean, I talked about your photography, but you know, go in a little more detail. What do you do with the Toku community? I mean, like you said, photography is one of the key things I know of you from. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I guess I'm known for a lot of my photography. I'm still pretty, I guess, young compared to other Toku photographers on online, but I also do a lot of 3D printed, I guess, display accessories or also props. So kind of like the chocolate bricks from X8, like gems, like continue pipe. Also,
do you happen to have a sample with you right now, or
let's see, I don't. Funnily enough, I don't have an example of the continue pipe with me. But you have the chocolate brick.
The chocolate brick.
There you go.
Yeah. Fun fact for anybody that's watching, those chocolate bricks were only originally able to be obtained in a special like Soto set that was premium Bandai. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the fact that Phi is making these is very helpful, especially if you guys are fans of X8, because then you can try and build like the little world building with that. So
sure. Yeah, these are in scale with figure arts or figure rise standards if you're into those. So, and it has like a little peg hole for like the Tamashi stands.
Okay.
So like, you have it floating in the air too.
Nice. And this is like, you said that you do these prints. They're on your Etsy shop, if I recall.
Yeah, those are on my Etsy shop.
Okay. Yeah, because I sometimes see like your posts around on Toku Nation, and then I'm like, huh. And then when I was checking your Twitter profile the other day, like, oh, so it is you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I guess I don't really talk about it too much, but it's just like whenever if there's an announcement, that's when I post up about them.
Okay. Are you gonna look into trying to make the other X8 accessories, like the treasure chest or the trophy or the barrel from Snipe?
I think if anything, probably the treasure chest, but like the barrels, I think I kind of have to paint. You know, like
yeah,
because like I'm not at that level yet. So yeah.
Let's go into business together, man. I'll paint them for you.
Yeah. We'll talk later. Have my people
talk later. My people talk to your people. Okay, so I'll ask Gary to ask whoever your Gary is.
My people. So.
All right. And then I kind of brought this up earlier. Like, what would you like to see the Toku community eventually get into? Obviously, you know, we've had these various things with like, you know, Team Riders streams, those special events of like movie features, like these photo contests. I mean, what would you like to see more of come out of the community now that it's growing? I mean, obviously with last year's Heisei Generations the premiere, like, you know, Kamen Rider kind of blew up, and then you know, we had all these celebrations this year. So what would you like to see more of, man?
I mean, I can't really complain what's going on right now because it's like definitely way more than we had before. Yeah. But just seeing like some of the people I follow on Twitter, a lot of Rider fans in Europe, also like I guess like it'd be kind of cool to get a more worldwide like network going on because definitely like a lot of the stuff is focused on in the U.S. So it'd be cool to like have more of a bridge to like at least Europe. Yeah.
The global Satsu movement that they keep wanting to go for.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know that they were trying to promote really heavily like for Brazil, like during this thing. So yeah, I have like a couple of friends in the UK who have been waiting. I mean, I'm glad that they did some access for people in Canada a little bit, but like they mentioned, like Bluefin Brands has mentioned that because like they're central in America, like it has to be like whatever is the next closest like version of Bluefin, I guess, over in those different countries, they're gonna have to like if they can communicate with Toei and then bring that on as well, that'd be great. Yeah, I feel you there. Like I know obviously, like I said, that we know a lot of fans out there that want to be able to access this that aren't in Japan, aren't in the US, that this would benefit for.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, you know, this is a writer-based channel, so I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite writer? And this could be series, suit, character. Like, how much into detail you want to go into?
Let's see. Favorite writer? I'm always a sucker for Hibiki. Like series-wise, and also just like character-wise. I'm really into like I guess like the atmosphere of the Hibiki like show. that's what really drew me in, like especially earlier on, whenever it was actually one of my first writer series to watch. Really chill, and also I feel like he became himself as a really good, I guess, role model for sure. And
he was more of the down to earth common writers, like
sure.
compared to the others.
For sure, yeah. Let's see, favorite suit. Oh, so tough.
I know there's so many beautiful suits in this series.
Yeah, well, definitely a lot of 01 stuff. I have to say, but like just too long. Oh. What do you got?
I don't really have much here, so.
But yeah, definitely 01 has some solid suits for sure.
They do. Any particular one that's your favorite, or that you like that like really speaks to you? Like the first one that comes to mind, essentially.
First one that comes to mind, Shining Hopper.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on that shelf yet.
Yeah, I don't have that one either.
Well, you like what we talked about before with Valkyrie. You know, we'll definitely keep each other in touch with that.
Yeah, well, good. I actually got lucky yesterday, so I guess you'll see some more about that later.
Awesome! Can't wait to see those photos, man. Are you gonna like venture more into like? Well, I mean, the last one that I saw was your Metal Cluster Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder here. Let me just see real quick if I can go to your page and pull it up on screen. I mean, it's not gonna look that pretty because obviously I'm just using my laptop monitor right now.
Okay.
But let's pull it up. If I can scroll to it, there is a lot of. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can. And I need to uninstall my my Google Chrome, man. It keeps like messing me up.
Let's
see, share screen. Yeah, I mean, like it's gonna be weird Inception right now.
Okay.
So, wait, here. Oh, I could do Chrome tab. So let's share that. People can see this. Is it on our screen?
Yes, I see it.
You see it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. See, this is one of his latest photos, and I'll see that's really clean. Like, okay, so I'm trying to picture it. Like, is this guy on a stand and you edited out the stand, or?
Yes. What was it? Definitely. I was trying so many different ways to shoot, like Metal Cluster Hopper, and I was like, I kind of decided just like let's see what it looks like on the stand, and just kind of have it more like just picturesque photo, you know. And basically, it's just really simple, just one of those like wire stands.
Okay. And this is easy to clear out. And then, is this so you have this on like a silver background? Is this like in a light box setup or?
Yeah, I got like a small light box and just found some silver poster board from a hobby shop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and just lighting and some extra editing in Lightroom.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, like obviously with the Team Writers like photo contests and stuff like that, you had some very great entries there, man.
Thank you very much.
That I am looking forward for the next contest. I just want to see more good pictures, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see. What did I want to ask you? I had like a question in my mind before I was looking at the picture, and then I forgot it. Here, well, actually, you know, with Metal Cluster Hopper, are you thinking of doing a gallery with Build Hazard? Like, obviously, like, or more Berserker forms to go with it? I mean...
yes, I have. So it's like what was it? I guess, like, I was, like, planning to kind of do something with the end in them.
The end?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just playing around, just, like, kind of, like, having some fun with it. Nothing, like, too continuity heavy, you know?
Okay.
But, yeah. Definitely Build Hazard. I felt like I haven't really taken many pictures with him yet. Also with Fang Joker. That'd be a fun Berserker.
Oh, yeah.
To take photos of.
See, I wish I had Fang Joker. But, yeah, that I'm looking forward to those, man.
Thank you.
in terms of, well, we talked about writer. Like I said, this is a writer, primarily a writer channel, but you know, my buddy Gary, the co-host for this, he also loves like us. I mean, I also love Sentai too, but like whenever I'm not going to be here, he's going to be handling like some Sentai themed episodes. So, what about in terms of Sentai? What favorites do you have there?
Sentai, I think Shinkenger is probably my number one.
Shinkenger.
I feel like love the samurai genre. And
those were very clean suits too. So
I think that was the first Sentai I watched. Like I was following and watched like through the whole series, and also the Decade crossover was super great too.
Yeah. So let's see. Because of like obviously photography, figure collecting, what kind of figures would you like to see come out in the future? I know that like I had this. We had our SH Figure Arts episode the other day, and that's like something that we brought up. Is like, hey, what would we like to see SH Figure Arts make next? So, what would you like to see, man?
I was just talking. Oh, okay, yeah. There's one. Paradox, Kamen Paradox. Maybe like a 2-pack or like a almost of a Knockout Fire or Perfect Puzzle, for sure.
The level 50s. Yeah,
I love those suits.
See, like one of the things that we brought up in yesterday's episode is that we've been teased like so many times with different figure arts, and barely any of them will come out. Like, the Gaim series is one. Like, you know, Mars and Camaro, we haven't gotten them yet, or the Suika arms, and what you just asked for, that brings up a good point. We saw those.
We
saw those at Tamashi Nations events, and still nothing yet. And we're at the point where we've reached Gem level X0 and Hyper Muteki in terms of, you know, X8 figure arts that we've revisited like last year / this year. So a 2-pack of those two would be really welcomed. I mean,
and I remember I mentioned like since the armor change, gimmicks has been doing so well with like Deno and who's it, O's. Like I guess like that's definitely not out of reach anymore in terms of rewards. So I feel like they could do that with Paradox. So that's what I'm hoping for. Or 2-packs would be fine. But either way, I just want those two.
Yeah, those would be very great to go, especially with level 99 Paradox. So
yeah, I don't have that one yet.
Well, and besides figure arts, what about other Kamen Rider gear that you happen to collect or like are looking for?
Let's see. I definitely kind of like, I'm pretty selective with my roleplay stuff, but I do collect. I've been like slowly collecting the Kamen Rider mask collection. So like those like tiny helmets.
Little helmets, yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of have this like little like display of all the Hibiki riders right now, and I'm just trying to finish that off right now.
Nice.
But yeah, those are pretty easy to collect. And like, I guess like it looks pretty nice however you display it too, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I mean, I like those little guys. I wish that they would make like, you know, helmets someday,
yeah, I guess like I think the appeal of those for me is that like you kind of get characters, you kind of get merch for characters that don't have like proper figures for, other than like AAPI figures, you know.
Yeah, like that was another thing we brought up in yesterday's episode, was that like if you don't have the like those figures, like the alternative is the AAPI or Sodo if they don't have them large scale, like
but also collect some SIC too.
Nice.
I was able to get the 5s and 4s from the recent like Coliseum series. And but I definitely have some of the old school stuff, like the first like kind of really scrawny looking Kugas and like Hibiki. Yeah.
Nice. You gonna put any galleries up for them soon?
I actually was thinking about that like earlier this week, so I guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right, we'll wait and see for sure, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have any other questions, man. Is there anything you want to ask me or like for the show or anything like that? Or
let's see. I know you guys are pretty young, right? Yeah,
we're going to be doing our 4th episode on the 15th. So yeah, fairly new.
Yeah, so I guess like I don't know if this is too general questions. Like, what are you guys hoping to see in like I guess like the near future, at least in 2021?
Well, are you talking about in terms of the show or in terms of us what we want to see?
I guess in terms of the show, yeah, where do you guys want to take this?
I definitely want to, like I said, do more of these interviews. Do a lot more, not just like general like series discussions and stuff like that. Also do like other topics such as like I want to do an episode of like we do like with different photographers, like bring in Jay, Metallics, D Amazing if he's available. Just kind of like talk about their craft, talk about like where they started, how they got to where they are right now. Or like artists like High CV or my friend Trekkie B47, the guy who actually designed our logo. Yeah, talk about their art process, like what they love to draw and stuff like that. I used to do fan dubs with like somebody on YouTube, and like so dubs and subs. Like so, if there's anybody like that's like a part of an active like fan subgroup, like just talk about how like what work they do, and then like dubs as in like people who are like into voice acting and stuff like that, because that's something I love to do. So like obviously just not just be just general discussion of Kamen Rider stuff, like also like kind of more community interactive, like learn more about the other people within the community. So
that's fun. I can't wait to see what you guys have in the future.
But yeah, man, like if we ever do another, like if I do that photography episode again, or like say because you do 3D printing, now I am honestly thinking of like finding sometime either this year or next year to do a props like episode, like if not just props or customizer episode. So like people who 3D print like yourself or have to paint action figures, stuff like that. That's something that would be fun. I mean, like we have, it's funny, we have like a bunch of our different episodes lined up already. So it's like thinking ahead, but then like obviously remembering that holidays are coming up too. So it's like okay, we got to work around that. So but yeah. Phi, like I said, thanks again, man, for coming on here. It's been really great to talk to you. Honestly, I can't wait to see more of your work.
Thank you.
And like, especially when you do more of those 3D prints and photography, definitely hit me up if you need any help with anything.
Absolutely.
And like if you ever want to be on another episode, if you happen to see a topic that we pop up, just let me know, man. We're going to be doing... like after this, I'm going to show you. I'm going to try and show you from my phone the promo. So for the next episode, because like I'm waiting to hear back from one of our guests if they have a special symbol. Because like with the last promo we did with Rai, Collector Shuki, we made sure that we used her logo. So it's like okay, I'm trying to figure out do you have one so I can put this into the video or what? Yeah, Phi. Like I said, thanks again, man. I'm going to be putting this up as soon as this is done processing. I'm going to put it up on our Bugz2Men Twitter page, and then also retweeting it myself on my page. But besides that, actually, I have it in the description. But where can people find you?
Okay, so you guys can find me at philinghungry on Twitter. That's spelled PHILING hungry, or my Instagram at feelingtoku. And also, you can find me on my Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/Phi3D. And that's where you can find some cool, I guess, shameless plug, like display little accessories for your ride watches. And many more. So, that's where you guys can find me.
Okay. Well, everybody that is going to be watching this episode when I put it up, thanks for watching. And like we said, you can find him there, and tune in for the next interview that I hope to find somebody to schedule with. All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Reggie. Thanks, guys.
Bye.